Hey everyone, my name is Sabrina, and if you're new here, my channel is The Hopeful Minimalist. It's named that because I am an aspiring minimalist. I just have not gotten there yet. I love handbags a lot, and that's what we talk about mostly on this channel. So if you love handbags too, maybe you're on a minimalist journey as well, consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you again for watching my video today. Today's topic is going to be some of my favorite dupe handbags. I feel like so many disclaimers need to be made with this topic, but I couldn't even cover everything if I wanted to. So what I will say is just that this is my personal opinion. I buy dupes for many different reasons. I am in support of dupes because the thing about it is that dupes exist everywhere. Not just when it comes to handbags. I bought a dupe last week for my coffee maker. Like, there was a part that I needed and it wasn't the same brand as my coffee maker. So it wasn't something that was expensive or anything anyway, but there's an option for a dupe for everything from tennis shoes to handbags to glasses brands to cars even. At the end of the day, there's nothing new under the sun. The reason that I purchase dupes normally is because I love a particular style and I want to own multiples in that style. I don't want to spend that much money on the multiples though. So I might have one of the originals or, you know, the bag that started it all, and then I'll have a few dupes of that bag. And that's what I'll show you today for the most part. I purchase dupes for many other reasons too though. Sometimes there's an advantage to buying a dupe. It might be a little bit bigger than the original style, or it may come with something extra that the original style doesn't come with. There are endless reasons. Just keep in mind that this is just my personal opinion and this is what I think about these dupes. If I'm showing it to you, it means I would recommend it to you because I am saying that these are my favorite dupes. So they're my favorites for a reason. I think they're very comparable to the original or to the silhouette that they are inspired by, and I really enjoy using them. With all of that said, let's get started. This video will be entirely too long if I turn this into a mini review of each dupe, so I'm not going to do that, and I may not show you the original bag either. If it was not within arm's length for me to get to it, I'm not going to show it to you, and if I don't own it, I'm not going to show it to you. But in my first example, I actually do own one of the originals and I own two of the dupes. The original is the Pullin Berry handbag. It is so adorable. It's like a dumpling bag. I love it. I love everything about the original, but I didn't want to pay however much the original costs for additional colors. I do like it, but what I discovered about the dupes is that they are a little bit bigger. So while I will definitely carry my original when it goes perfectly with my outfit, I will also carry the dupe because it's just a little bit bigger. Like if I need a little bit more space and I'm in the mood for this style, I will carry one of the dupes. I got these dupes from Amazon, and they're made by a brand called High Carry. I think they are a very well-made dupe. They look very similar to the Polene version. My desire is not to like fool anybody and make them think this is a Polene bag. That's not my objective. My objective is purely personal and purely selfish, if I must say so myself. It's because I like the style. I like the dumpling shape and I wanted it in multiple colors and I wanted to save myself some money. And so I got two dupes from Amazon. These are an example of those dupes that have a little something extra. So I mentioned that they're a little bit bigger than the original, and these also come with a chain strap while the original does not. This is the chain strap that came along with the dupe. So I could take off this strap that's attached with the knot and replace it with a chain if I'm feeling, you know, fancy and dressy. And this is how the bag looks on the inside. So it serves the same purpose as the Polene bag, the original, but it's just a little bit bigger I can fit more inside of it. It's still cute, and it even has a chain. This is a great alternative if you don't want to spend the $400 or $500 on this one. This one is available for about $35 on Amazon. It still gives you the look that you're going for. Now, I'm not going to say that this one will last you as long as this one. This one is leather and this one is faux leather. I cannot remember what material it is. It may be PVC or something, but for today, and while I'm talking about it in this video, this bag feels fine to me. It feels similar to leather, but it's not leather, and I'm perfectly okay with that. If you're looking for a dupe that functions pretty much like the Pullin Berry, I would suggest this one, and it's one of my favorites. When it comes to dupes, I think it's really important that we manage our expectation and just make ourselves aware of what comes with the dupe, like what it's made of, where it's made, what type of materials are used to make the dupe. Understanding that is all a part of the process when you're sourcing something that maybe you want to use as a substitute for another thing. Just educate yourself about the materials so that you don't have expectations that are way above and beyond what you may be getting out of the dupe. For example, I'm not going to expect the same behavior from my high carry dupes that I would get from the Pullin Berry. They're not leather. That bag is leather. So those may not last me as long as the Pullin Berry. I have to manage my expectation on those bags, and I also have to look at the price points. If a bag is 10 times less expensive than another bag, obviously I cannot expect the quality to be better or for it to last me as long or longer. You have to manage your expectation when you're getting dupes, and a lot of times what you get is what you pay for. And I think having that in mind and keeping that in mind is key when you want to consider owning dupes. Next, I'm actually going to show you two kind of dupes for a bag. So this is the original. This is the Louis Vuitton Madeleine BB. It's absolutely gorgeous, great leather quality, very soft. And these are two bags that I consider to be very similar to it. The Coach Sammy bag is probably more similar to the Madeleine in comparison to the Madison bag from Dress Up Your Purse, but I think they're both pretty good. And like I said, there's sometimes something that you really like about the dupe better than the original. So case in point, the Madeleine BB, I'm actually not going to keep this bag because there's something about it that really gets on my nerves, and I should have included it in my bags that get on my last nerve video. I'm not sure which one I'm posting first, so if I haven't posted it, it's coming. But I did a video on bags that get on my last nerve, and this one gets on my last nerve because of this top handle. It falls down, falls forward like that. And I don't like that. I don't like how that looks when I'm wearing it. It doesn't matter if I'm wearing it on my shoulder or crossbody, it's always going to fall forward like that, and it's so irritating to me. So I'm getting rid of this bag at some point. Other than that, I really love it. It's a very nice bag, but this is the Louis Vuitton version and it gets on my last nerve. When it comes to these two, I don't have the issue with the Coach Sammy. Now the top handle on this one is flexible as well, so it could very well go down, but it doesn't fall down when I put it on. It stays in place, and unless I like bend over or actually physically push it down, it stays up like this while I'm wearing it, and I love that. The same goes for the Madison bag from Dress Up Your Purse. This handle is actually fixed in place, so it's not going to bend down at all. It is constructed of leather, so at some point it may, you know, change shape based on how I've carried it. But other than that, it stays in place whether it's on my shoulder or crossbody, and this bag is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the style. I've heard people compare it to a Savette Pochette. Savette is a brand I'm not very familiar with, so I don't really know how their quality is, but I can say the quality of this one is top notch. It's made of Epsom leather, so it's the more durable version of leather, and this one also has Napa leather on the inside. So it's a fully leather handbag, inside out. Did I say Napa? I think it's Napa on the inside and then Epsom on the outside. That's another advantage in my opinion. I love a leather lined bag. The Madeleine BB is not leather lined. So again, that's an advantage for me. I'm a person that loves leather interior. So that would have me value this bag over the Madeleine BB, which is way more expensive. But again, that's my opinion. Now, when it comes to the Coach Sammy bag, I could say the same thing. The Coach Sammy and the Dress Up Your Purse bag are probably pretty comparable when it comes to price. I cannot remember the exact prices right now, but this again is another leather lined bag. So when I open it, you can see the inside has this beautiful caramel colored leather. Fully leather bag, probably 10 times cheaper than the Madeleine BB. So again, this is just one of those situations where there are some things about the dupes that I consider more likable or desirable than the original. These are not exact dupes of the Madeleine bag. And of course, this bag resembles it more closely than the Madison, but they're both top handle. They're both dressy bags that I could use for a dressy occasion. And yeah, so these are two dupes that I really do like a lot. All right, the next dupe that I have is this one from Tiffany and Fred. Now, I do not have the original bag from Valentino that this bag is a dupe of. And I have never seen it in person, never felt it, don't know anything about the quality. I've heard good things about Valentino, but I cannot speak from the experience of knowing how it feels or how it smells or anything else. What I can tell you is that this bag feels very good to me. The leather feels very high quality. This is a bag that I don't use very often, and I think it's more so related to the capacity. It's pretty tight on the inside. So you can see it doesn't open super wide. It did come with a pretty nice dust bag. It has this top handle here, and it had another chain strap on the inside, which I haven't even used, but it's fully leather on the inside as well, and that is stated in the product description for this bag, and it comes with this strap. This is one of the dupes that looks exactly like the Valentino version. It's, to me, spot on, except it does not say Valentino on it. It actually does have Tiffany and Fred on the inside. It's on this little piece of leather that is pinned to the inside of the bag. I don't know what purpose this serves. I'm sure it does something, because I don't know why they would like make it to where it buttons into the bag, but as you can see, it's its own brand, so it's not an exact copy or a replica. It is a dupe. It has feet on the bottom, and this leather is really, really soft. You can probably see how shiny it is. It feels really good. The leather is top notch. So this is another one of my favorite dupes because I think it very closely resembles the Valentino bag. So if you were a person that wanted that bag, but you couldn't afford it or just did not agree morally with spending that much on a handbag, you can definitely get the look for less with this one. The next one of my favorite dupes is this bag from Dress Up Your Purse. This is the mini Boston bag, and this one is kind of a dupe to me. It's between, I would say, the Speedy 20 and maybe a keep all, because it's really not as big as the Speedy 25. It's a little bit bigger than a Speedy 20 though. And there are so many dupes on the market for the Speedy when it comes to like the Boston style bag. Coach has a lot that I would recommend. I just don't have one. I think it's called the Rowan bag, and it's a beautiful bag. But this is the one that I have, and this is the one that I prefer, mainly because the hardware for this bag closely resembles that of Louis Vuitton. And so I can very easily pair my Louis Vuitton accessories and straps and whatnot with this bag. I love the Louis Vuitton, the Speedy 20 and the 25, but do I want to buy multiples of that and spend that much money on them? No, I do not. I would much rather do it with a bag like this. I still agree with the quality of this bag. The leather is beautiful. You can look at it and see it's super soft. This bag comes with 2 straps, and it comes with an organizer, which I don't have in it, but you can see the interior is a nice microfiber. Has this little compartment in there with a zipper, and I can actually say the zipper is more comfortable on this bag. I don't know if it has to do with the flexibility of the leather or what it is, but I can say my zippers on my Alma BB and even my Speedy can irritate my hands sometimes, and I don't really know exactly what that is, but the point is that this is one of my favorite dupes for a Speedy 20. I should have put them side by side, but you can see this one is a little bit bigger, so you'll have a little bit more room in this one, but it does not have the same zipper as the Speedy 20. So the Speedy 20s have the zipper that extend over the side edge of the bag, which I do really appreciate because you can open it up wider. But other than that, I consider this to be a really great dupe for this style bag. All right, next I have a few favorite dupes for this next original style bag. Here are 2 of them. So this is the Paris 15 from Dress Up Your Purse. This is the Le Petit Paris 15 from Dress Up Your Purse. And this is the Cassie 19 from Coach. Now, these are dupes, in my opinion, of the Pochette Métis. I've seen so much conflicting information on the web about which bag came first, if it was the Cassie or the Pochette Métis or the Louis Vuitton Monceau bag, I think. I don't know which one came first, but in my mind, these are dupes of the Pochette Métis. I think this one is probably very comparable to the Pochette Métis backpack that they released. I have not seen that bag in person yet, but it looks like it would be very similar in size to the Cassie 19. This is a good dupe, in my opinion, when it comes to the Pochette Métis, and the Coach Cassie is even better. It's more close in size to the Pochette Métis. The thing about the Cassie, though, is just it doesn't have as much of an edge factor to me. I've had 2 Cassie bags, and I've sold both of them, and it came down to this C closure on it. I prefer the S-lock closure, so that's why I would prefer this bag over this or the Coach Cassie. I like the S-lock. I had become obsessed with it almost at one point, and yeah, I just like the way that looks better than the turn lock. The turn lock is still fine. It's still functional. It's just a softer look, in my opinion, and I prefer the edginess of this bag. I probably should have broken these up, but to be honest, I'm not feeling great today. So I tried to minimize digging in my closet for too many things, but I think this is an absolutely great dupe of this. This is not a Louis Vuitton bag, however. This is a Dress Up Your Purse bag. So it has differences, okay? It's made differently. This is a leather bag. This is a canvas bag. And I don't own a leather Pochette Métis in this size. I only have the canvas version to compare with this, but if you're looking for a bag that is 10 times less than this one when it comes to cost, I would suggest this one. Like I said, the advantages of this one is that it's real leather versus coated canvas. This one has a really good set of hardware on it that is going to get minimal scratches. I don't have any scratches on any of my Paris 15 bags as of yet. And they also have this little area on the clasp, which is already like scuffed up for you. So you won't have to scuff this up when you're closing your bag. Closes just like that. Now this one is in the chocolate brown color, so this was kind of the closest to this bag. But it has the same compartment on the back, a really soft interior. Top handle is there, same S-lock closure is there, same number of compartments. This one comes with 2 straps though, so that's like another advantage. And again, it's all about what you're hoping to accomplish with this bag. If you're just wanting something that looks like this is a great dupe for you. If you want a bag that's in this style, but you don't want to buy another Pochette Métis, this is a great dupe. And like I mentioned, the Cassie bag is also great, but for me, I prefer the Dress Up Your Purse one because of the S-lock closure and the slight edge that gives that bag. All right, this is the last of my dupes to share with you today, and this is another great dupe. This is the Coach Outlet Laurel Shoulder Bag, and this one has the rivets on it, which are basically C's all over the bag with little metal rivets. And this is a great dupe for the Louis Vuitton Carry-All PM. Like I said, I'm not feeling the best, and I did not feel like going upstairs to grab the carry-all, so I'm being a little lazy, sorry. But I do have a video which is a full-on comparison between this bag and the carry-all, so I will link that and pop it on the screen if you're interested in a closer look of that bag. But this is a great dupe for the carry-all. This bag is beautiful. It's made of pebbled leather. It has an exceptionally smooth zipper on it. It's a great hobo bag, and I absolutely love it. I use this bag a lot. I have several Coach straps that I kind of interchange with this bag. I love Coach's chalk color. So therefore, I have a plethora of different straps that I can play around with this bag, but it's very inexpensive and it's made very similarly to the Carry-All PM, which is a lot of money. So again, if you love the style of the Carry-All PM and you want it in multiple colors, maybe you have one Carry-All PM and you have 3 of these because you like it so much. That to me is the value of having dupes and having dupes be available. Being able to have multiples of something that you really enjoy using and something that you really like. Well, that's all the dupes I have to share today. I hope that you have been enlightened when it comes to a dupe that's available for one of your favorite styles maybe. I think the originals I shared are favorites amongst many of us. So I hope that you learned something. If not that, I hope that you learned a little bit more about me, why I appreciate dupes, and why I'm fully open to using them. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you in the next one.